We talked recently about David Barton, who's this American evangelical Christian minister and conservative activist. The last time we talked about him, it was a few weeks ago, we played a clip of him saying that a theocracy does not exist if there are elections. In other words, if you have any country where there are elections, no matter how fraudulent or staged they are, it is not a theocracy. Of course, he seemed to be forgetting about places like Iran and Saudi Arabia and the Vatican, etc. Anyway, now he's back, and this is video from a little class that he did where he explained how the Bible actually is part of the Constitution through the Seventh Amendment. The Seventh Amendment says, in suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. So what he argues is that that common law includes biblical law. It's total idiocy. Here's a little clip of him explaining it.
Founding fathers, we never hear about the 70% who were hardcore abolitionists, and those 70% said it violates the laws of nature to have slavery. You can't point to any species in nature that has it doesn't exist. Same thing with abortion. I don't care whether you believe in evolution or creation. There is no species in nature that kills its young still in the womb. Violates all process, evolutionary or created, either one. The same thing with homosexuality. You will find occasional 2 or 3 species out of 10 million have it occasionally. But it's always an aberration. There's nothing natural. It's against the law of nature. That's why the American law books called homosexuality a crime against nature. What do you do with all this down here? That's part of the laws of nature. Yeah, but this is where you get the laws of nature's God. This is where God came in and said, look, you're not getting this. Let me help you. Let me just tell you right up front, you don't commit adultery. Let me tell you, you don't murder. Let me tell you, you don't steal. See, the laws of nature and the laws of nature's God, those are those two phrases that go together. And the laws of nature and the laws of nature's God, that's what we find in the Scriptures, and that's what became the Seventh Amendment of the Constitution.
If you had a hard time following that, I don't blame you. And for a guy who claims to know so much about nature, he seems to be ignoring completely the fact that only humans worship gods, that only humans have homophobia. Is any of that natural if it's unique to humans? It seems to run counter to some of his arguments about nature. Isn't the concept of hell counter to nature? Why would you torture your children in all of eternity? What's natural about that? I don't think that type of argument would really sway a guy like David Barton, though.
Yeah. The Pope recently even said that hell is basically a literary device. But, here you have people that are just taking things way too literally.
The people in the room going, oh, yeah. An idiot always sounds like a genius to a group of idiots, and that's exactly what's going on here. The Seventh Amendment ensures the right to a jury trial in certain civil cases, and it prevents courts from overturning a jury's finding of fact. It doesn't say that the Bible is part of the Constitution. It's just this guy fills a room with people, and they think of him as some kind of incredible genius and thinker. It doesn't make any sense.